everyone, it's Justine and welcome to a new video that's also a part of a blog hop with Spellbinders, and you'll find that link below in the video description. Today I'm going to be working with the Glimmer Hot Foil system from Spellbinders, as well as several of the Glimmer plates, and I'm going to be creating some really lovely cards. I'm going to be working with two backgrounds. This is the flower pattern background to begin with. So to begin with, I'm going to grab some gold foil and I'm going to make sure that it covers the entire Glimmer plate, so the same size as the die. I'm also going to be using the Party Pop cardstock collection from Fun Stamper's Journey, and this color here is Huckleberry Fusion, which is really a gorgeous color. So I'm going to go ahead and add this flower pattern Glimmer plate here to the machine itself. The machine will let you know when it is entirely ready. I'm going to also make sure that it's lined up on the left so that I know that it's nice and straight. I'm then going to push the button on the bottom, which is the timer, to allow this to heat up. This takes approximately 30 seconds. When it's done, it will be a solid green color, and you're welcome to add your foil. Shiny side down, of course. And so the gold is now on top of the shimmer plate itself. The next thing I need to do is add my cardstock on top of the foil. And so I'm going to add this, and I can actually feel the Glimmer plate on the left and line it up with the grid lines that are still poking out from top to bottom. Then I'm going to add the appropriate plate, which they suggest the clear plate. Then I'm going to go ahead and remove the top layer of the Glimmer foil machine, which just plugs in there at the front. I can move this off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my Platinum 6 die cutting machine. And I'm going to slide this through the die cutting machine. So I just need to remove the normal plates that it comes with, and I'm going to slide the whole system here through the machine. Of course, when I did this, I put it in the most awkward position ever, so I needed to switch it around so I could reach the handle. So once you put that through your machine, it applies pressure to the project, and then the foil should transfer onto the cardstock. So just be careful when you're taking it out, as the plate will still be hot, and so you want to use your tweezers to be able to put that onto the area that it's provided. So they do provide you with a little bit of a rubber mat here, and so the rubber mat is there to actually cool down the dies. And it comes with these really great magnetic tweezers so that it picks up the dies super easily. So now you can see the results, and you'll notice that some of the areas foiled really, really well, but there was a little bit of a corner there that didn't foil really well. So I just wanted to show you the difference now, because I put it through my machine again, and I find that sometimes you just need to play with pressure. This one here is perfect, and I can also feel a little bit almost like an etching in the cardstock, versus this one here that's also pretty good, but it does have a few areas missing, and I'm going to show you the difference as to what I did. So one thing you could do is you can actually just send it through with this machine, with this plate, and that's what I did here, but I didn't get an even impression entirely. So I added the shim, which also comes with the machine, and it added more pressure to the actual design, and then I got a perfectly foiled look. So it kind of depends on the cardstock thickness for that, and you could also add a couple of pieces of cardstock in there to make a shim if that works too. So I also foiled some Watermelon Fusion with silver, some Sweet Pear with rose gold, and then once again this Huckleberry Fusion with the gold itself. So I wanted to use 3 different foils. I'm also going to be applying some of the foil again to this Hello sentiment, and I'm going to foil 3 of them. What I love about this Hello sentiment is I don't really have to worry about placement because it comes with a coordinating die that's going to cut out the sentiment anyway. So once again, I'm going to put that through my machine here, but this time adding that shim in there to make sure it gets a really great impression. So when it's all done, I'm going to lift this up and you'll see I've got a perfectly good impression here, and I have this coordinating die here that I can then use to cut out the actual sentiment itself, which is super fun. So I'm going to cut 3 of these for my cards. My next pattern, I just wanted to show you this quickly because I absolutely adore the cardstock that I used for this one, or the combination of cardstock, I should say. I used this flower border sheet, or Glimmer plate, which is absolutely elegant and stunning. And the color cardstock that I used for this one is Rock Candy. It's a bit of a dark gray. And so when I added the foil on top and then I ran it through the machine, It turned out with this absolutely beautiful pattern on it, and it is just stunning. This is probably my favorite out of all the cards. So now I'm just going to go ahead. I've gone ahead and foiled a couple of different sentiments. I've done all my backgrounds in the gold, rose gold, and silver colors. The purple one I used silver, and the gray rock candy I used gold. And I also did some sentiments here. So I did the 3 hellos and I die cut them. I also did a you got this and make this day count, and I actually lined them with some white cardstock to make them pop up against. This one here is kind of like a monochrome card, and I added some 3D foam tape there to the center so that it would pop out a little bit, even though you might not see that effect much on screen. And then, as I said, the you got this and make this day count, I went ahead and added a white cardstock frame around it to make it pop. And I actually foiled them in the opposite colors of the flower border. So that way it got a little bit of a different contrast. So we have silver on gold and then gold on silver. And I think this looks really fantastic, and that white frame around it really makes everything pop. The last thing that I need to do is just add these to some card bases. I added them to some 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 A2 size card bases. My panels measure 4 by 5 1/4, which is my standard measurements for most of my videos. And here we'll take a final look at all the cards. So here is the hello with Huckleberry Fusion and the flower pattern background. Absolutely stunning. Same thing here, but this time using the Sweet Pear cardstock and rose gold. So you can see the difference between the gold and the rose gold. You have a little bit more of a duller look and a little bit of a pinkish tone. And then we have this one here, which is the watermelon cardstock and silver. You got this with the flower border. And the You Got This die is currently, I think, on clearance for $2.40, so super cheap. And then this Make This Day Count as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to check out the blog hop below for more inspiration on how to use these. And you can check out my other video here, and you can subscribe to my channel if you'd like. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and have a great day. Bye.